Oh, now I'm ready. Hello, everyone. Hi, Megan.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Peter, Jen. Hello, everyone in chat. I hope everybody's ready. Now I'm ready. That did it to me. Thank you to the writer of that wonderful guitar piece for me, because you just said it all right. I feel much better. We're ready to
Mellow.
go.
It's mellow.
I don't know. It does. I have to admit, Jen, it doesn't do mellow to me. It does other things. Like it relaxes me, but not mellow. Like I couldn't go to sleep right now. That's for sure. But
Too many important things to talk about.
yeah. So I won't fall asleep on stream. Yes, we do have important things to talk about. Thank you, Jen. So if anybody was here last week to participate in our usually very fun and energetic chat, and we were having also a very
Serious.
a very serious, unusually serious for this venue. But I'm not ever going to shy away from a conversation. So it happened organically. We were talking about it from all different points of view. We were respectful. I think it was intelligent discourse about an issue that needs to be talked about. And just in case you didn't hear that emphasis, I mean needs, like really needs to be talked about. And if anyone was offended, and I have from my DMs and my week, I would say that there were a few that were. I'm not going to apologize for having a conversation. So I'll start with that, because the conversation was organic and it was respectful. Will I apologize for any misunderstandings? Nope, not that either, because I think we were pretty clear, and we did not go out of our way to insult anybody. What we did do is defend ourselves and our right to speak, and I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm not trying to bring down the whole evening, but that's what my channel was started to do. I started the channel to have a voice, and I'll be damned if anybody's going to come in here and try to take it over and say we shouldn't talk about certain things or have certain conversations, or absolutely misrepresent the things that were said. The video went down for an hour or so I could review it. It was late at night, or early morning rather, for me on the East Coast. I was a little tired, so I waited a few hours and then reviewed it, and nothing that they said we were saying was said. And I want to make that very clear. Anyone has any doubt about that, please review it yourself. Make any comments or come back to me that you like. I'm always open for a discussion, but I'm not going to have any of my panel guests or myself lied about in such an egregious manner. It was reviewed and it went right back up. And if those people who are upset about it are upset, well, you're just going to have to deal with it, because that's how it's going to stay. And on that note, I'm done. That's it. That's my soapbox for the night. I feel so much better. And sorry, chat, but any of you that were here or saw any of it, and to my panel guests, sorry for bringing you into such a serious mode after such great music and what should be much more fun than we usually have. But I do think
okay,
it's important.
Claire. You know that everyone on this panel supports you 100%. We're 100% behind you.
That's right.
Well, thank you. And I support you
Jeez,
guys, because
For a moment, I almost had to put my pants back on. It got so serious.
Oh my God. Peter, God, don't do that. You just we're all up here naked. You should not be the only one in the room with pants. I mean, that would be like not taking advantage of a very good situation for yourself, being the only man here. Don't put your pants on. I wouldn't. I don't think any of the men in the chat would put their pants on if they were.
I'd have to find them from where you threw them anyway, Claire. So I walk in the joint and the first thing you do is rip my clothes off and throw them on the other side of the room.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm consistent, right? I always say, leave your clothes at the door. I say that clothing optional. I tell everybody that's going to come up on panel, drop your pants and head on in. I'm consistent, if anything,
She let you keep your hat on.
That's true.
And my socks, which I appreciate.
Well, you know what?
There's nothing worse than a cold floor.
Or cold feet. That's the thing. There's nothing worse than cold feet. That's the worst thing in the world for me. And actually, I think that's kind of sexy. Somebody walking around in just socks. I don't know. Am I weird? I don't know. I could be weird. I could be weird, but I actually think it's not,
especially if they take them off sexily one sock at a time.
So I'd just like to bring up a student in the chat. He pointed out that yes, it is Father's Day here in Australia today. So yes, under those laws and regulations, I do believe it's a pants-free day.
It's pants-free for Father's Day.
I find that a little bit creepy, because to be a father implies that you have kids.
Yeah.
She's in a room on a PlayStation. She's not coming out.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay, now I feel better, because she did. If she would walk in while we're ripping your clothes off, this would not be a good thing.
No.
But no, it is. But that's okay, because we all take
PlayStations. We understand.
Yeah, it's an adult. There's warnings on everything. This is adult content, adult language, adult topics, adult, everything. And that's, I don't know about you guys, but do you think my streams need any more of a warning than that? I mean, I think that kind of covers it, don't it? I mean,
you've got a naked intro. Come on, Claire. Exactly. Get it from that.
Right.
Listen, all you have to do is take a peek at the thumbnail, and you're going to be in trouble when you get here. Like, come on, you just it's all right out there. It's just, I don't hide it. I'm not gonna hide it, and I'm not pretending to be anything but what it actually is. It's mayhem. It's as advertised. Anything could happen. Anything.
We just blew Mrs. Cassandra's mind, Peter. She didn't realize you were a dad.
He is.
Well, in fact, I've got 2 daughters. So, yes, I am a dad twice over.
And you know what? That's I don't know why that's so surprising, actually, because why?
We're all a little older here. Us having kids shouldn't be a surprise.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, but I get it. They were very surprised when they found out my daughter was older and actually had a grandchild too. Some people literally called me a liar. I'm like, okay. like I don't know. All right. That's okay. But I get it. But I think being a daddy's sexy. Because obviously if I have children, it's sexy,
Like,
right? There had to be sex going on. So it's like,
people didn't believe me when I said my eldest daughter was the same age as Matt, not almost a doctor.
Right. No,
Like, what? I'm not young.
I think people just get surprised when you're up here and we're on piano and we're avatars or whatever. When they hear anything about our real lives, it's like they add little pieces together. Because people just make, when you watch people on YouTube channels and all, whether you mean to or not, and not in a bad way, but you make little assumptions and things about them from, stuff they talk about and things that's doing. I mean, that's why I'm an avatar, because I wanted the conversation, the voice, what was being talked about to be the most important part of anything that I was doing. So I didn't want no backgrounds. Like, I don't want you sitting here staring at my bed, or looking to see
unless we're actually there, then in which case we shouldn't be staring at the bed. We should be staring
you better be staring. You better be staring. You better be eyes on the bear. Like, not even the bed. Like, if you're here, let me just tell you, if you're here, eyes on the bear, people.
So
eyes
no
on
looking
the
at the ceiling.
Well,
it doesn't. Claire's got a mirror, so I mean that's fine.
Wonderful.
That's such a rumor. Jen started that rumor, but no, there's no mirror. She did. She started that rumor.
I don't mind spreading it.
Oh, Peter, what are you talking about spreading though? The rumor?
The rumor. Yes,
Okay.
that.
Well, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good and try not. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna put on a presentation so that I can compose myself while I'm sitting here right on top of Peter and he's talking like that. So I'm going to actually. Where is it?
If you're sitting right on top of Peter, I'm amazed we can hear him talking.
I'm amazed you could talk if I was sitting right on top of him. Actually, it's like, I guess my game's not as good as I thought. If he's still talking, I need to do better.
Depends what part of me he's sitting on.
Oh, here comes this. Oh, here comes my presentation. I need to compose myself. I hope you enjoy this, everyone in the chat and panel. Please be honest about it. I get some crazy ideas, but that conversation that we were having last week made me think about how everybody could be looking at the same thing and it can appear to be something else to everybody. So here we go. So you may have seen on the internet some drawings like these that appear to be two different things at once. Can you guys see this clearly? Is it showing up very well?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you see? If any of you?
Rabbit.
Oh, you see both. Okay, you see both at the same time.
Yeah, I see
duck and rabbit.
Yeah. How about you guys in the chat? What do you see? Do you see the same? Because that's it. Like, this pencil drawing is actually a duck on this side where the bill is, and on the other side it looks just like a rabbit. But they get more interesting than that. Some of these are actually really beautiful. Like this. What do you? Okay, anybody? In the chat. Yes, Maria, I did see the duck and the rabbit. What do you guys see now? This one was interesting because it takes up the whole screen.
It's good, isn't it? I wonder what it says about you, whether you see the apple core or you see the two faces.
Right.
Oh, those.
Well, it's more to the point which one you see first, I think.
Yeah, it is. And those are those psychological ones. These are actually just art. They didn't have any meanings behind them. I purposely chose the ones that kind of didn't.
Okay.
But they do. They have drawings that will tell you that it means one thing or the other if you see this or that first, and they do use them ink blots. It's kind of reminiscent of psychological ink blot tests where they say, well, Freud would put up an ink blot and it's all supposed to look like your mother, but none of it did, something like that. But no, I see, when I looked at it first, I think I'm a romantic because I see the faces.
I saw the faces first as
yes,
well. Me too.
And I can actually, I've got a good imagination, so I can actually imagine how they're looking at each other right now. So,
oh hell yeah!
No, hell yeah! I'm just
you just know there's going to be a leaning in moment in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's that 5 seconds. That's oh my god! Is that like the most thrilling 5 seconds, people? Oh my god! All right, okay. Now this one was very interesting to me. This one caused a lot of no, this caused a lot of back and forth with someone that I was showing this to. No, Amy Lou, I'm not trying to test if you're all cray-cray in the chat, but you can test me to see if I am, and I will admit it. I could not do this if I wasn't a little half-ass crazy. I'm telling you. Who the hell goes all day and then comes on live at midnight just doing whatever? I mean, yeah, I'm a little cray-cray, and so are all my friends, apparently. So... And that means you too, Amy. What do you guys see? Can you see?
Well, first up, I saw the 2 squirrels.
You saw how many squirrels?
2.
2? Okay.
But I can see the woman's face in the outline of the tree.
Yeah. You see like the shadowing there? That kind of looked a little like a nose to me.
Right.
Yes. No, Belinda got it. She sees a face and then a bunch of critters on the plane. And then up where they have those what I guess it's like a pine or an evergreen, those little branches up there, that's reminiscent of an eye, but not exactly. Like if you look at it closely, there's nothing about it that looks like an eye, but the shape, and they're just trying to get you
drawn in.
Get you drawn in, and then your brain fills it in for you because of the shapes.
Pareidolia.
Can I just clarify something here? Yeah, when you said you can see the lady's face, is that the one that the squirrel's standing on? Is that the one you're talking about?
It's the one made in the shape. So in the shape of the tree bough, you can see the chin and then the noses are shading in the background.
Are you sure that's a lady?
Well, one squirrel to me looks like her full lips, and the other squirrel looks like her eye.
Okay. So do you see the branch itself?
Yeah.
Now just bear with me here.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
The squirrel on the right-hand side of the picture is standing upon a face. There is a masculine chest up the bough, and the 2 branches are legs. And I'm fairly certain, if I'm not mistaken, that's a guy.
I'm pretty sure you can actually see a penis.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Like you can see the buttocks underneath on the opposite side to the penis. You can see the calf muscle as the leg going up into the air.
Yeah, that is very definitely meant to be reminiscent of that. You can definitely see that.
You know what, Peter? You're right. And it's definitely a male. I see exactly what you're talking. You know what? I didn't see that until you just pointed that out. Well, but I can't stop seeing it now. Welcome, Davros.
I have to come in and say
this is Aussie Day today. Wow.
Yeah, but I hear a man talking about squirrel penises to women. This is odd.
Doesn't Peter have the life? Davros, Peter's got the life, doesn't he? Did you know he was able to do this on Saturday night? This is pretty cool. Or Saturday during the day. Yeah. What?
Hey, we've got all Australian time zones covered.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are all putting me on Australian time by proximity. For sure. All right, I'm going to go to the next one, but that's fascinating, Peter. I didn't see that before, and now I can't stop seeing it. It's just
of course, you're looking at the penis. I know you.
Hey, it's the penis. It draws the eye.
It's nothing. I mean, it's carved in wood. Who wouldn't look? I mean, come on. Like it's like okay.
You said wood.
Wood.
I did say wood. Brace yourself, Davros. I say wood and worse a lot, like for the next 2 hours, like constantly. All right. So this one, this one, it
Yes,
takes just a little bit to see.
Little boy, but looks like old man face.
Yes, I do. I like his shirt, right? Looks like the mustache, like the old man's mustache. And then what is off the boy's head? Like
It's the
weird.
pathway between the two houses.
Is that
there
or is
you
it a
go.
stump from
All
the
right,
tree
thank
with a
you.
bird sitting on top of it?
Yeah. Right. Oh, see, Megan, I couldn't see that before the pathway. I was like, what the hell they stick on his
I
head?
couldn't
Or
either.
it's the tree stump, maybe. I
Yeah.
think Jen's right there.
Tree stump with a little bird sitting on top of it to give that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Mind you,
this
that
one-
blended lamb at the bottom there, like which head belongs to which lamb?
Oh, Davros, you're gonna be fun. You're gonna be fun.
It looks like they're melting into each other. I am
they
King
are.
Julian. Yes, I'll be
but-
King Julian for the day.
Oh.
Running around like a footless chicken. How could you do that? No.
Don't start with the footless fucking chicken. Stop.
This is a duck only channel. Don't you know that?
Yes, but don't you mean a headless chicken? How are you supposed to run around without a head? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know.
You can't see where you're going. But what? Do you expect me to be the knower of things of chickens?
No. Around here it's ducks. We know everything about ducks around
Yes,
here.
that's
But,
totally
And
quackers.
yeah, it is.
and otters.
Oh, and otters. Yeah. Oh, but otters is my soft spot. Like, it's like I don't like when people try to look up otter porn and say it's like I don't want them to take my happiness away. I mean,
that's just creepy.
this one is disturbing on a couple of levels.
On lots of levels.
Yeah, but I had to get away from thinking about otter porn really quick because.
Hang on, the old man on the right looks like an aging Hulk Hogan.
What are you talking about? It's two Mexicans singing.
Yeah, it's two Mexicans singing to a girl in the doorway over there. What are you talking about, Hulk Hogan?
But hang on, why is the Mexican in the middle singing to the man on the other side, not facing the woman who's he's supposed to be serenading?
I don't. Well, because that's his girlfriend, and the other one's his wife. You see, and he's a smart man. He's singing to his wife, and his girlfriend's just listening over there. Yeah.
You're going, fuck you.
And they've obviously got the bottle of tequila right there, so she can...
Yeah.
They do. There's like a candlestick or a chalice of some type, right? In between. It's like a 3. This one's a 3. Like Peter put the wooden man in the other one. That was a 3, which I didn't recognize. But this I can now see 3 different things in here too. Oy. But he does look like Hulk.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't? You wouldn't. There's no wooden penises in this one, though, Douglas.
Not yet. Not yet.
No.
Is just an early dildo. Don't you know that?
There you
I
go.
wouldn't. Oh, there you go. Like this, I didn't know, but I love getting educated on Mayhem. I do. It's all about learning. It is all about learning. We'll see what we can get. What we can get a DCM claim on education for this one. I don't know.
Not hard. I'm here.
No.
With Jen.
With Jen.
That's the thing I'm going soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, why is this? All right, now it won't.
Won't budge.
It doesn't
It won't.
like you.
It's not liking me.
You have to tick the button.
There you go.
Oh,
that's
you got
60.
chickens. It should have been ducks.
You know what? Nobody likes to do dramatic art about ducks. I don't know why. I looked.
Davros, is that a cock?
It's a pheasant.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Or is it a fascinator? Which one is it?
Does that make her a pheasant plucker?
Oh, come on, Jen. I was going to say, what makes it the pheasant the back? Because if I'm looking at the head with the red there, I would think it was like a. Well, no, it's a pheasant from the wing. Okay.
Yeah.
But I see more than that, actually. I see All right. I'm gonna ask the chat. Do you see cleavage? I see cleavage. I'm not the
Oh,
only
there's
one.
definite
I
cleavage in
was,
there.
I was
There's
gonna,
definitely
I was gonna
cleavage.
say
I
there's a
see
nice
it.
pair of boulders.
No, I was going to say there's a bit of a crack. There's a crack in your argument.
Oh, oh, no, and the leaves, the lips. She's got branches going right up her nose. That's got to be uncomfortable. But I see cleavage too, Amy Lou. I guess I might be a little obsessed here, but definitely I see cleavage too. And because it's not a duck, I'm not so impressed with the top, really. But
See, Claire, you now understand why Jay has to rein me in on Wednesdays.
That was actually interesting Wednesday. I enjoyed listening Wednesday to that. Yes, I did. But,
there was many members, yes.
yeah.
gosh.
There was many members on Friday. I listened. I couldn't chat or
Friday was
anything, but I
fun.
did listen. You guys kept me company while I was waiting somewhere. It was
We went
quite
for
entertaining.
3 hours. We went for. It was great.
Mhm. It was like, all right. So this one's very. Are you guys familiar with Dali? With Salvador Dali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is very Dali-esque, is it not? Like, as a matter of fact, that could be Dali staring back at me right now.
Yeah, I know, but I want to pick my nose.
Yeah, you want to pick your nose right up her gown.
I'll tell you what, if you had feet coming out of your nose like that, there's something wrong.
Yes, it's true.
That would tickle insanely.
It would. I was just gonna
Especially
say
if
that.
they hadn't shaved.
Oh. You're right though. There's enough up there that would bother me.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, Peter.
Yes, same to you, mate.
Yes, John, that previous one was a cockhead. Well, I think so. Although they're telling me it was a pheasant, and it's not as funny if it's a pheasant head.
Yeah. You can still have a cock. A cock is a male bird.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was just going to say, so technically it was a cock still.
So any cock will do, yeah?
Any cock will
Oh,
No, I cannot agree with that. It's got to be talented and very, very, very smart.
that sounds like a very, very bad Andrew Lloyd Webber musical song, doesn't it?
It does.
Any
Yeah,
cock
it does.
will do.
Yeah, just give it a great big brain for me and a lot of humor. Yep. And we'll work on the talent because everything can be learned. So there you go.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse here because that looks like two mares going at it, and that woman's stuck in the middle.
I would
Yeah.
say that's not where she wants to be right then, but
Yeah.
it is beautiful though. I like the
is
coloring.
beautiful.
Well, she'd hope they're geldings.
God, don't even. Oh,
Well, you know what a gelding is, yeah?
yes, for racehorsing, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then she won't have a problem. No mess on the face.
That's
Oh.
right. It's good. Yes. But they'd have to be fighting pretty ferociously to get that excited anyway about that.
No, I think they're about to do something.
Horse
completely
penises
different.
are the weirdest things.
Oh God!
Go have a look at a bloody echidna.
No.
Do you know there's actually people whose profession it is to clean horse penises?
There is because
Yeah.
I actually read an article on that a while ago, and I
I
decided
can't remember what the job's called, but I'm like, I never
Wow.
want that job.
It was
I've
something.
I have seen Randy horses, and horse penises are, that's terrifying.
So this is
Yeah.
one of those times where the words like a baby's arm holding an apple comes to mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Or a
go.
muscular teenager holding a bowling ball.
Yeah. And the chat brings it back to ducks.
And there we go. There we go. Well, this one's more sedate. You will not find a penis in here. I dare you. You cannot. There's no.
That's
penis
kind of
on this one.
awesome. But I also like the fact that all the other little plants down below have also kind of been drawn to.
Leave it to Jen to find the only penis-looking thing in the whole picture. Okay, Jen.
Not to drawn like penises. I said to drawn to look like people.
No, and they say I'm penis obsessed. I'm not penis obsessed. Those did not look like penises to me. Just so you all know, for the record, that was Jen. I know you can't see us, but that was Jen. That wasn't the bear. Those, I don't know. They look like weeds. Weedy looking little.
I don't know. The one furthest to the left just looks like a guy looking up into the sky.
You know what? And that's his shadow. I can see that. Oh God! You know, we're all dangerous together. We could probably get each other to see anything in these pictures.
Yeah, we'd be great. We'd be great at one of those conspiracy nut channels where you see dragons and things and everything. Because
Actually,
pareidolia is a thing.
Yeah. This has got a bit of a
next week. Yep.
This has got a bit of a HR Giga sort of look to it. So
it does, but
yeah.
I do see some very soft feminine curves in a provocative pose, in a upturned face, and an arm, 2 arms actually.
Couple of breasts there, and
yes, and the her soft hip and just the curve of her arse in the back. You know, that's what I see.
Question is, do those hips lie?
No, hips don't lie.
Yeah, well done.
No, she's that Shakira. No, they don't lie, and I have to stand behind her on that. They can't lie. You know, they just can't lie like that.
I'm not allowed to stand behind her anymore.
You gotta restrain the audio.
Jill gotta put a harness on that thing and stay. I've heard they've got devices for that, Davros. They do, you know.
I'm so glad you put this in cancelled friends. I'm like, yep, Claire Bear's invited me to ruin shit.
No, you
can't ruin this one, Davros.
You cannot. This is normal. This is what we do here, Davros. You can't ruin this. There's no way. And it's just like
You sure?
We've given him a challenge.
Wait, I was just gonna say it might be the only place he shows up, and then we're like, what was that normal guy doing up there, like being all calm? But no.
It's
not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, right?
Just a quick one before we go to the next picture. What's the highest rank in the popcorn army?
Colonel.
In the popcorn.
Yay!
It's Father's Day. You had to do a dad joke.
Yeah,
anyway, I was gonna say, yay, Father's Day dad jokes. Go on.
I've got another one. I've got another one. How do you make a waterbed bouncy? You use spring water.
Oh,
God.
Oh, that was a little more painful, but very good on the dad scale.
Right.
That was right up there. That was good, right? Oh my God. I'm going to the next one before you start again. Here we go. Oh, if I could get it to work. This is all right. It's not me, people. It's
they
Canberra.
are kissing.
This is I love this one's my favorite. I'm a romantic, right? You know, I talk about sex a lot, but this does it for me. That picture, that has
Problem
everything.
is with the way the eyebrows are done in that one, it actually looks like 2 guys. Not that I'm objecting to that, but it does look like 2.
It could be, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the one on the right is a female because of the slope of her lip, and because I want it, and because I desperately want it to be, because I love that picture.
Why does it ruin the picture if it happened to be 2 guys though?
Well, it's the fact that
I wanted it to be personal for me. It spoke to me of relationship, and then I want my relationship to look like that all the time. I do.
But she's got the bigger volcano.
She does.
That's what she
you reckon
said.
that's symbolic, do you?
I do indeed.
Well, that just means she's probably a redhead, and they just put that in there for inference.
It's
Right.
the fire from inside.
There you go. There you go.
Either that, or she's got the clap.
Oh, I
I
definitely
tell you,
don't.
you thought you got comments about last week.
Yeah.
Well, let's just start that rumor. I love this picture, and obviously, I want it to look like my relationship is the clap. I don't think so. Like, because they're gonna run with it, but no, that's not what we said, people. But go ahead, clip that, because that'll
Yeah.
be
If your
entertaining.
relationship is like the clap, does that mean it lasts forever and only penicillin can out?
Well, just say it lasts as long as you let it go. That's about it. So, that's it.
Stop thrashing me, okay?
I don't know. There's only 2 more chat. Do you think you can take it? Because they're being brutal. They're being. Oh my God! Don't die on us, Mrs. Cassandra. I need you next week. I need you to get better. Okay. This is peaceful. As peaceful as you can get if there was a fucking eagle sitting on your head. But,
Right.
And a snake around your neck. Like,
right. Yeah. There you go. But I was curious to see if anybody saw anything else. Like, to me, it's obvious the 2 pictures that they're putting together, and it actually almost looks like one picture. Like that eagle is actually like her hat, in a way.
The headdress.
Yeah, but he's got a wicked look in his eyes too. But
I'm a bit worried
Snowcat.
about. I'm a bit worried about her complexion, though.
Yeah, she looks like she's reminding me of White Walkers. Like, I was obsessed with Game of Thrones. We'll just throw that out there. Don't come for me, people. It was very well done.
Just don't say anything about season 8. Like, just.
No, it's just the last 2 episodes. That's all. You don't have to watch.
No, they did, and I hated that ending. I'm with you. I'm not, but I did like the way they did it. And George owes us 2 more books, because I'm that nerd that actually read the books and fell asleep. I actually got a knot on my head once from falling asleep reading how big those books are. It hit me in the head. But
I've done that too, Claire. Where you hold the book above you and
Yeah,
you fall asleep and you drop it on your face.
my daughter bought me a Kindle right after that and was laughing her ass off, like hysterically, until that thing healed. She just thought that was the funniest thing ever. But
I've done it with my phone before. I've fallen asleep holding my phone in the bed and dropped my phone on my face. That hurts.
Yeah, that hurts.
I just did that the other day. I was messaging someone and I fell asleep because you know what, the asinine part, I'm going to call myself an arse here, people, because I am that arsehole. I tell you that all the time, but here's proof. I was literally texting the person that I couldn't sleep, and I fell asleep in the middle of the text and hit myself in the head. That bad. That's just brilliant, right? It's just like, yep. I'm that nerd. I win. I'm that asshole. Yeah, I am. And hopefully they'll forgive me, because they probably know who I'm talking about if they got that text. But anyway, I don't see anything except for, like, it looks really uncomfortable around the neck area, doesn't it, with those claws? Yeah,
but she's got a very mannish neck.
Well, she's got eagle feet in there, like,
Yeah.
Cutting off the air supply. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was trying to think if that was skin or if that was supposed to be material, because the way it creases, it looks like weird. It's weird, it looks a little odd to me. Like,
I think that's meant to help represent the rock. If you're not looking at the face, it's the rock that the snake is around. But
that the eagle is standing on. Yeah, the eagle is standing like on a rock. Yep. Oh no, I don't know, but that is definitely that white pancake look of the snow is All right, this one is disturbing for me.
That's got too much going on.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does.
All right, this is a lot of birds and not one of them's a duck. There's no ducks here. There's a lot of bills.
The one
feathers.
The one on the top right looks like a Skeksis from the Dark Crystal.
Oh, it
does.
doesn't
It
it?
does with that red wing. It does. Yeah. It does. But But this one was harder to see. Chat, can you see what we see? Like, I see what they were trying to get us to see.
There's an angry
Yep.
face.
Ooh,
The pelican's beak at the bottom.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
the
it does
mouth.
look like the angry mouth, right? And
Yeah,
and the chin, like with a dimple, right?
Yeah, and then the blue on the bird in the middle is the eyebrows with only one eye open or one eye
Right.
looking at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you
Squint
can't
and
see
you'll
the other-
see it. If you squint,
Squint.
no, you will.
Wait,
Yeah, he's right.
You know-
Yeah.
Squinting,
Oh,
you see it
yeah.
better.
Oh, it
Yeah.
becomes clearer
Yeah.
because the feathers
Is
blur.
that meant to be Abraham
Yeah.
Lincoln?
Oh, it's a winker. Oh, this one's a winker. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how good am I at optics, eh? See?
But
Eh?
but Jen,
You are.
if you all that the bird and shall we say the bush in the above there, when you squint, that kind of looks like an afro.
Ha!
It does a little. Well, no, it looks like some kind of weird hat to me. There's too much space.
Yeah.
I don't. But man, he's got a heck of a forehead, doesn't he? Ooh.
Yeah.
They
But
think-
I went
That-
from
that's a 5 head, not a 4 head.
yeah, I went from I went
That
from
was an old joke. You think I had 4 fathers? Yeah, with a head like that, I think you had 8.
oh
there you go.
Jesus.
What Julianne said it looks like Marlon Brando in Apocalypse. You're right. That angry look with the lips down there and the chin. I see it. And Shyla says it does look like Abraham Lincoln without a beard. It
Mm.
could.
And I said-
He had.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I said Bush
And you said Bush. Which Bush? The older one or the younger one?
up the top.
So it's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, maybe?
Oh yes. Oh, you see. Oh, Davros. I watch all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
I like the fact you were going to say crap for a second.
No, I was going to say shit. I wasn't going to say crap. I was gonna say shit. But yeah, I corrected myself. But I do. I like all that sci-fi. I'm a fan. I've read it all too. And
That was
from
fun,
way.
You'll have to find some more for next week.
Well, let's hope we won't have the controversy and have to show people that there's two sides to everything, because everybody should know that, like, right? Everybody should know that. But I had fun doing that.
What if
because I
there's
like
a third option?
Well, I have to go, people. I'm sorry I have to go, but I have to go and pick my brother up from hospital. So I will talk to you all later on Twitter. And chat, you're awesome. Keep this lot in check, especially that Davros person.
Yeah, have at him, people.
And
Have
have
at
an
'em.
awesome stream. Love you all.
Thank you for,
Bye.
See you
thank
later,
for
Jen.
joining us.
Bye,
Jen.
Jen.
Yep. Bye, Jen.
Bye.
Oh, it's been a while since it's only been the four, like filling the screen. It's like, when we're paired up too. You know, isn't that cool, Megan? We both got the top. Oh,
I know. That's awesome.
Oh, I like being on the bottom.
good, because that's where we're keeping you today, Davros.
That's right.
Yes, but I'm putting reanimation juice up your hoo-ha.
You are you?
Well, if you look at it
That's
from
what it
my
looks like.
perspective.
Yes. You know what you do? You've got that. You do. I'm looking at your hand. You do. You've got a He's trying to inject me, Peter. I need to get you back over there. You know, but I don't want to do that to Megan. I'm going to be kind to my guests and not inject her. I can take it. It's like,
What are you saying? You've got something downstairs that needs reanimation.
no, I'm not saying that at all. Have you not seen these streams? I do not need to be reanimated. No, I think if I
No.
got any more reanimated, if I got
She's
any
already-
more animated, oh Lord,
She's already overly animated already, I believe.
Right.
yes. I am definitely over animated. I think everybody would agree. My
yeah.
friends right? My friends, they know. What do I talk about? Like, not only on Mayhem, just so, I think everybody in the chats knows, because some of them talk to me regularly in other chats or in my DMs, and they know I talk about this shit all the time. I will talk about sex, relationships, communication, anything to anybody at anytime. You know.
Okay,
Definitely.
so I came here from I came here from Jeb Panda's server where we were having a discussion about urine therapy. Do you want to carry on that one?
No.
Urine.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No. Allegedly, Dave's not allowed in here.
No, but if I knew what it was, because I'm also naive, Davros. So
Okay, so percentage
No,
and
wait.
I-
I gotta ask Peter first if I should ask you about this. It sounds like he may have been in that server too.
So-
Is this something
So
I want to
the
know?
only thing I'm going to say, Claire, how do I say this in a way that you're going to understand? If you're into golden showers, you might want to talk about this type of stuff. However, it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Oh, I know. See, Davros, that's not even that risque. People do that all the time. I mean, it's actually one of when I was researching OnlyFans, because this is how I am, Davros. Like, I really do the research. That was one of the most popular requests for paid for Snapchat. Yeah. So
yeah. Something I've known about for 30 fucking years. But here's the thing. It's the fact that Merlin Beauregard, who's a fellow Australian, was in there with percentage trying to nut out, as it were, the nutritional effects of urine therapy. Anyway, one of the other conspiracists in there pulls it up. There is no health benefits from drinking urine.
I would think not. I think there's actually, because it's waste, it would be detrimental in the long run. I mean, I have heard that survivalists have had to do it, screen it, to save themselves from dehydrating. But
Can I play with my computer?
Well,
I can't see why anybody would want to do that on a regular basis, but
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, but the thing you need to understand here, Claire, is they don't do it for a kink.
they're doing it. This was a scientific debate, and they were, and they're.
No,
So you're
these
telling
people
me they're
that do it,
batshit crazy?
these people
crazy.
that do urine therapy do
Can
it
I
as a
really play
more
my
a daily
computer?
routine. It's their own.
Oh no! You see,
It's
okay.
not a kink. It's wrong.
Oh right. Oh, it is
bad.
definitely wrong. I mean, it's bad. Don't do that, people. Like, we're not. And don't. Can you imagine this debate on Twitter now? Oh,
Right.
they were talking about the benefits of drinking your own piss. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're saying no. Let's be clear. There's no benefit to drinking your own piss, people. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. Yes, John, I saw that, because I researched, the porn stuff.
Just come with mine.
It has its own category on Pornhub.
Yes. There's many categories that you shouldn't even look into.
Right.
Right.
So
that was about. All right. On that note. Oh my God.
That was my son.
Aw.
Oh. Well, welcome. On that, I don't know. Are you guys ready for the weekend porn? Duck porn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. just settle down.
Come
Just
on, Daddy.
Yes, tell him. Tell him to calm down, please.
No, he said, come on, Dad. He goes, come on, Dad, you need to come.
Oh. Here we go. Hopefully this is bigger. Let me get it full screen for you. It's not cooperating. I'm pushing buttons and there you go. Is it full screen now?
Yep.
Thank you, Nikki. Is he
Yes.
gorgeous or what? I love it. Okay. So I had fun doing this one. All right. This is contributions from all of you lovely people in chat and my panel and my friends and people who just think I'm obsessed with duck porn. And yeah, I guess I am now. It's going to be a thing. I've been told I can't get away from it now. I'm just going to have to run with it and make a weekly event because it's just going to happen. So I did. Then we got the naked duck. I like him actually when he does that. This is my favorite from last week. Here's your swinger duck.
That was
Because
so funny.
I know. I gotta play him again. Okay, there you go. Thank you to the person who sent me this. I watched this over and over because of that book. It was funny, The Swinger Duck. It was very apropos. They sent it right after the book got uploaded. Oh, but remember we were talking about the sex swing? Somebody sent me a sex swing duck. Look, he's all strapped in. He's got the little straps underneath his butt, and his arms are all in. There is a sex swing for everybody.
I see that.
Yep. It's like, oh, he's so cute. He is kind of cute for being in a sex swing, but there's definitely a sex swing for everybody. But I thought that was very nice of them to send it to me. Thank you to the one who sent me this, because I'm like, like what? Like, all right. Are they actually ducks? People in the chat. I think they are. They're that very fancy. They have a fancy name, and I remember. So that means that one on the top has that corkscrew, and it could actually be all the way down there at the bottom. Just think about that, people. You have no idea. You have no idea which one's in which, because that thing, the duck is so long and corkscrewy. He could actually be in the one on the bottom for all we know right now.
I walked back in here. It looked like there was a rabbit on the bottom.
No, that's the female duck.
That is, and we know that one of the female duck talents is that she can actually, if she's not happy about it, she can just expel everything, which is like a great talent.
Unless of course Davros is right and they're trying to make the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, but question is, are you saying she's a douchebag?
No.
Oh.
Well, you just said she could expel it all.
She could, but she's not. Oh, okay, play on words, but no, I've got to think of a better word, actually, because that's what I say about this. You know what I say about that one, Davros? This. Me and Howard. We're saying, I didn't like that one so much, but it's all right. Okay, so when you forget to close your porn tab and you open your browser the next day in public, quack, quack on back. This one tickled me. Thank you, Anonymous, because this one really, really tickled me. This one tickled me great. And I'll bet you some of you recognize your submissions in here because you know who you are, you porn-obsessed duck lovers. You know who you are.
Well, just regular porn doesn't mean you're obsessed. It just means you've got something to fix.
Yes, I could agree with that. And here we always say number 4 is yay porn. Nothing wrong with porn. That's it. As you can see, there are quite sexy ducks, and there's duck porn that is. I want to know, does the first one? Does anybody feel threatened? Like, I don't know. By the first one, I don't know.
I'm more worried about Daffy's.
It looks like he's ready to open a bottle of wine, if you ask me.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Vita. If that was yes, okay. But I was sent quite a few sexy ducks. There were some other ones in positions that I'm going to save for next week. You guys are in for a real treat. People got very creative, and some of these are hand drawn, like that. Because they are actually very gorgeous, sexy ducks there. Porn star ducks. Yes. This one, they're actually on the pictures. And this is the duck butts. This comes from a comic strip called Duck Butts. It's just all duck
Well, that's
butts.
Darkwing Duck.
At the bottom there it is.
Yeah.
It is. Mm-hmm. And that's what someone just said, that the beginning of this segment could benefit from Darkwing Duck saying, let's get dangerous. You know what? I need a clip. Friends of Mayhem, send me a clip, because there's one of these for next week already started. I'll put it in the beginning. It would be good. Whoop! I like a little bottom duck. I do like a little duck bottom. That's actually kind of cute, but.
Back when I was younger, I used to wonder if they would ever come back up.
They did. Sometimes they went all the way under too, right? That used to confuse me when they would not come up, but they can. I guess they can go quite a while. This is an older one. This was actually one of the first pieces of duck porn that I got, and it came from Heretical's channel. The very first piece of duck porn I got came from somebody over on that channel because nobody had sent me anything yet. Oh, he looks very, very happy, doesn't he? This is my favorite. Just in case anybody didn't get it, I had to like add words and stuff. But that's also yeah.
So what's a do canal?
A duca?
A do canal.
A do? A what? I don't know. Great position. Thank you for this one. But it gets better. You know what they're getting ready for? Watch this.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a little to the left, a little to the left, a little to the left, please. Okay. Oh, he's evil. Oh, so evil. Thank you for this one. This one had me spitting. I literally got coffee through my nose with this one. This hit Mayhem last night. You know who you are. Right out my nose. It was like butt quack. Butt quack. Jen isn't here, but these are you see, that's why they're under the water all the time. You never know what's going on down there. You just don't know.
Yeah, they're like icebergs.
Yep.
80% of the ducks underwater.
There you go. And it gets better. She sent me this one too. He's got a bull gag in his mouth. Right there in his beak, she put it in there. It's like, oh my God.
How the fuck does a bull gag work on a duck bill?
I don't know. But it looks like it works. It's in there. Look at that, Davros. They got it in there. There's no gap or anything.
Don't question people's kinks.
It's not questioning the kink. It's questioning the physics of the kink.
Oh, there's no, listen. Don't bring science into the kink, okay? You just, because it just ruins everything, Davros. It ruins the whole kink. You just can't. You can't be addicted to quack and think about science of that, you know? You just can't.
What are you saying? I'm batshit crazy for trying to bring science into quack.
Yeah, you're quackers for thinking that. Oh, God! Thank you, contributor.
Oh my God!
Yes, I did it.
No monetization on this channel.
Never. This channel will never be monetized.
I never saw a ham sandwich as a duck face.
Oh my God. Oh God. I guess I better take that one off the screen now.
Just get ready for a kiss, that's all.
Yep. So thank you to my mod Nikki May, to Jen, to Puddle Fits, Aussie Baller, Mrs. C, Megan, and Anonymous ×5 for all of the contributions today. And look, Nikki, you're famous. You're part of the show there. You're howdy up there on a duck, in an Elvis duck. You're going to tell me the story about that Elvis duck, Nikki. And anyway, that's the end of our duck porn. Anybody who wants to send contributions for duck porn, use my Twitter, my Instagram, or my email. John, thank you. I see your message. I appreciate the clip. I will add it. I will definitely add it because I had fun making that. Turning the obsession into a presentation, and the presentation worked. It didn't even blow up halfway. Like, I'm feeling excited now. Now, what are we going to talk about?
Claire's excited. I'm going to get moist down here.
You're not already? Davros, I'm disappointed. My God. You've been here for how long?
You're not trying hard enough, Davros.
Well, no, it's the fact she's not doing it hard enough.
I don't know, Davros.
No, it's never her fault.
No. It's never my fault.
I can lay blame wherever I like. You
can, but you ain't going to get moist talking like that, dude. I can guarantee. But no, I'm just saying that, no, usually you got to go with what you have to work with. So if you're not moist, it's your fault. Because, hey, I'm not shy. Look at me. I'm naked up here.
I'm going to have to get another bottle of leg opener. You've
I
not
don't
heard
even
that
wanna
before.
know. No, I
You've
don't
not
even
heard
wanna
that
know.
before?
Nope.
No, we're American. I do not
That's-
know. Is that an Aussie thing? Is
That's
Peter?
a very
explain.
that's a very atypical Australian slang suggestion.
Get her
Or a
another
leg
drink.
opener. Get her
Yeah,
another
get her
drink.
another drink.
Get her another.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like get another bottle of wine or a
Yeah.
beer or a drink. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So I got it, but I didn't know. Because,
Well done,
you know,
Claire.
yeah.
Yeah.
It-
But it's
I don't
just not
know.
moist yet.
I don't know. Should I be worried if I understand Aussie slang now? Like this is
Nah,
like what are they going to
we'll
be?
blame Chris. You've been around Chris too much, obviously.
Yeah. You've been around that liberal Chris for too long.
Chris
Welcome
is,
to
well,
welcome to the unconservative party here.
that's
Well,
what confuses me because you call Chris liberal, but he's conservative. Is that an Aussie thing? Is the Aussie is
Yeah,
that
our
how it is
liberal
over there?
party is the right
It's
wing.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's
Yeah,
very
so-
confusing. It's the opposite.
so
Yeah,
here.
that is
it's backwards.
confusing.
It's backwards to you guys. It's yeah, it is.
Well, you guys are upside down to us anyway. Like, right?
Exactly. It follows Star Trails, which just goes the opposite way.
I just like to bring your attention, Claire, to what John said in the chat.
He sent me a Darkwing clip via Twitter. Yes.
No. In the chat, in the YouTube chat.
In the YouTube chat. John, at least Miss Nikki is on top of the duck.
No,
Oh,
AKA,
loose juice. Loose
AKA
juice.
loose juice.
Oh, John. Yeah, that's what we would call it here. But but men get just as uninhibited with drink. So
when we get inebriated, we are
men
just
you get
men
less
don't need
talented.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Men don't need alcohol to become, shall we say, less inhibited.
frisky, as the word would be.
Are you trying to tell me you guys are like Randy 24/7, like all the time? Because I know that's not true. Like I had relationships. Like I know you guys are not ready to go like all the time.
That's different though, Claire. And let's be honest here. If you're in a relationship with a guy, he's not going to do it all of the time. He is not going to do it all the time, or else you're going to think he's going to believe that you'll think worse of him. However, in all reality, he's thinking about it all of the time.
Well, I will say if the opportunity arises or there's enticement, yes, they're pretty much ready to go. So yeah, I can agree with that.
If a man spends longer than 5 minutes in the shower, he's not washing.
That's fine. He can do that. If he needs to do that, he can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all we need is just to bust a nut. We don't actually need the intimacy or that loving, cuddly feeling to be able to do it, right? It's weird. It actually goes back to a monkey thing.
Well, I'm not a monkey, but I can tell you women are the same way. There are two kinds of sex. There's emotional connection, partner sex, and that's wonderful. But then there's sex for sex, and women,
that's right,
do that too.
Yeah.
Like,
I totally agree with that.
Sometimes I just need before I go to bed, period. Or when I wake up or whatever. And sometimes
after breakfast, before lunch, need dinner,
And there's different levels of need, and there's different and you just have to communicate appropriately with your partner. But there's nothing wrong. And there's also separate needs. Like maybe somebody's not in the mood. So if you have to do whatever you have to do, I always say this. I just want to be asked first before you go off, watching
masturbating all over
whatever.
the place.
I would, if I'm in a relationship with you, I would like to be asked, not give you permission to don't do it, but perhaps I might want to contribute to the situation. That's what I'm saying when I say I want to be asked, not for permission or anything. They could do whatever they want. It's just like, when the opportunity presents itself, I would like to be the first thing you think of first. If it's not convenient.
If he turns around and goes, I've got a problem. I've only got 5 minutes. I can't get you prepared in time in 5 minutes. I'm just going to go and finish it off. Right?
I can't see my partner ever saying that to me. He would never even let me know about that if he only had 5 minutes. He's very considerate. in that department. So yes. Why do you think he's my partner? Like, I'm not an idiot. It's like, no, he's very considerate. Like, if you only have 5 minutes, of course you're not going to go up to your partner and say, sure, I'm not asking you and I don't want anything to do with you because I only have 5 minutes and I'm going to go beat off. That's not going to be a very great conversation. You're not going to make anyone feel good. Yeah. It's not productive. It doesn't have a good outcome.
Can I just point out something? Can I just point out something though, Claire? If you've only got 5 minutes to get something done, you haven't got very good time management.
This is true. Like, you're only giving yourself. Yeah.
I'm always wondering what I'm going to do with the other 4 minutes when I'm finished.
There's that self-deprecating humor. Oh my god!
Wash down the inside of the shower.
No, normally it's replacing the toilet roll, but you know.
John says, even when in a relationship, we'll just bust one just to get it done without all the kissing and the foreplay. But I agree with you, John. There is definitely a time and a place for that too. Like, you know, there's definitely needs. John, you said the magic words: spank the monkey, flog the dolphin, strangle the snake, whack the weasel. I get it. I've got a treat for you later, John. I got something for you.
He forgot the 5-knuckle shuffle.
No, maybe it's time for that because it's it's 1:21 already. It is time for that. I'm gonna play you guys another little selection. I went back to the library. And no. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No. I have a naughty library, and I like to read naughty books. So let's go.
But she doesn't do it for the pictures.
No, I don't. But you know, not this one. But there's a part. Okay. If someone from one of my mods can just make sure that the sound is okay once I start this. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear it too as we go. Is it up there? Okay. I'm not looking at the screen. Is it filling it? Or does it need to be bigger?
A naughty bear reads, Spank the Monkey, lends a hand. Written by
sounds good.
Anita.
Thank you.
Illustrated by Sungaya, Bangladesh. If you find yourself alone with much to think about, call Spank the Monkey. He'll come by and help you work things out. Just the other day, while walking on the farm, Spank the Monkey stopped to look in Farmer Johnson's barn. The air in there was warm. It smelled of salt and sweat and lotion. Way back in the corner was a constant, steady motion. The farmer's arm was moving fast. His hands, they looked so warm. Spank the Monkey stepped right up and helped him shuck his corn. Spank likes to visit Grandpa.
I have a hard time keeping a straight face. Sorry.
He has the first one and the last.
That's why I might be muted.
He flips right through the articles until his fingers blister. What he really likes to do is look at all the pictures. When Grandpa gets excited and messes up an issue, Spank is there to save the day with a box of tissues. Vinny has a job making sauce for pizza pies. As he cooks, he likes to watch the waitresses go by. Vinny grabs his hard salami and he hides it from the boss. Then he goes into the pantry to make some secret sauce. Vinny makes a lot of sauce. He whips it up by hand. Spank has seen the waitress, so he can understand. Spank the Monkey takes his car to the Quick Lube service station. They let him fill his jar up there when he's out of lubrication. From underneath a car on jacks came some grunting and a moan. That dirty old mechanic Max was down there all alone. Max's hands were greasy. His eyes were squinted shut. Spank was there to lube his tool. and help him bust that nut. You may have heard it said that spank only helps the guys. Please don't cloud your head with all those silly lies. Spank the monkey actually likes girls more than boys. Every girl that he knows has a nightstand full of toys.
As it should be.
Sally plays the flute all day in the marching band. She knows that when the day is done, Spank will lend a hand. When Sally goes to bed at night, her face is all aglow, 'cause Spank the monkey's gonna have a finger puppet show. As the satin curtains drop, she thinks, I'm a lucky girl. Spank opens with her favorite scene, polishing the pearl. Sally dims the lights and makes sure the door is locked. Then Spank the monkey oils her flute and puts it in her box. The end.
That's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Megan's been having also trouble with her internet, so she fell out of her hotspot. So we'll have to see if she comes back. And now I'm alone with two Aussies. I never expected this. I don't
So
know.
there's words for things like this, but anyway.
Are there? Yeah, menage. Was that a word? I like French. Do you know any other
You
French
mean
word?
a ménage à trois?
That's a French word. That's a French saying. Yeah. Well,
I can do that whole, excusez-moi, mademoiselle.
Oh, Peter. Now
Don't
tell me
know
you know.
Don't
Do you know about French? Well, do you know
je
about
m'appelle,
French
je m'appelle Pierre.
Ooh, I don't want
S'il
to call
vous
you.
plaît,
I like.
mademoiselle.
I actually like the. Go.
Parlez-vous français?
No, I just like to hear it a lot in the
If you want to
soft
say-
tones. Yeah.
If you want to say I love you, you just say je t'aime.
No, chateau. I can. Yeah, you could say that, and I can read some of the words, and I just get nervous speaking it out loud, but I love to hear it. But I wouldn't call you Pierre. It doesn't fit you. Peter fits you.
That's
wouldn't.
Poira. That's Poira.
That's
Okay.
Porter.
P-O-I-D-A.
That's
No.
Australian slang. That's
And I
Else.
do not even understand it at all. I don't get it. I didn't. I
Well,
think
considering-
maybe John's right that Megan's hotspot got overheated by my book. She does tell me, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
The books are very popular. I have to decide which one to read next. Maybe you guys
It's
can
her.
tell me in chat which is your favorite if you've read them. A lot of people have read these books. I was surprised.
Yeah.
No,
did, sorry, did Megan's hotspot get too moist?
No, it got overheated.
got too hot.
Yeah, she might have like steamily exploded,
Ooh.
Oh, Mrs. Cassandra said I got it all. You like my book reading, Mrs. Cassandra? And I'll have to send you a preview next time. A special request. Actually, which one would you like to hear next? There's a whole selection. Have you guys, they're all over the internet. Have you read it? Have you seen any of them? I know, Peter, we talked about
Yes.
the Scottish woman who reads them.
Pie
Yes.
Parrot.
Pie Parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does a very good job of it.
Yeah. Oh, she did. There's a gentleman that reads it too, but all he does is he reads it like straight through, like flat.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I don't want to do it like that. But it's hard not to add so much inference to it. You don't want to have too much fun with it. But I had a hard time keeping a straight face with that one, to tell you the truth, and getting
Being
through
sensual without over expressing it. Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't even trying to be sensual, but at all. I'm trying.
Your inflections towards the end of some of the sentences were pushing the boundary.
Oh,
that's-
were they? Oh.
That's just the way Claire is.
I was
Or, it's
gonna
just
say,
or is it just the way I hear things?
it could be both, but I think Peter's right. I think it's just the way I talk, like all the time. Like I would just naturally do that. But I did on this one. I was trying to hold back because I had to record it several times because I was just cracking up. or just like, especially like Chuck is corn. You try to say that with a straight face. I guess I'm like a juvenile boy in middle school or something, because I was cracking up like Chuck is corn. Like, oh my God. But I had a lot of fun with it. I do have fun with them, but it just takes a couple of readings to be serious, because it's supposed to be serious. Not dirty, but the video of the Scottish grandma reading the Wonky Donkey is hilarious. I know, John. She's good, right? The Scottish grandmother's good. I do. And thank you, Mrs. Cassandra. I'm glad you like my voice. One day I'm going to like go to some kind of oh God, I'm losing my words. It must be after midnight. What is that when you go and they just test something out? Like, because everybody keeps saying there's something. I think I still sound like a very young child almost with my voice, but other people are telling me there's something about my voice that's very weird to them. and I want to know what that difference is. To me, I think I sound a little too immature, and other people think it's I'm trying to be I don't know the word, but a little too enunciated, a little too
In other words, people are complaining about the way you say words. That's terrible.
No, well, no. Oh no. Now they said I'm Australian. I've actually moved from the east coast of New Jersey, and I've never been here, and I'm actually from Australia now, and I didn't know that. But
How? When? What?
Oh, we're going to blame Chris
I don't
for
know.
that too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, they're gonna blame Chris for that. Why, Chris? I talk to all of you more than I talk to Chris.
But that's not the point. We need to blame someone, and he's not here.
But
Come on.
we do, and he is always the asshole. He's number 8. Yeah. And did you know?
Have you heard Samuel Jackson doing any of these stories?
No, does he? Because that's hot.
Yes,
That's hot.
Samuel L. Jackson, actually, I think he's done 2 or 3 of them now. One of the stories he's done is shut the fuck up and go to bed.
Oh yes, those about the kids, like books for children that are really written by aggravated parents. Yeah.
Yes. So he's done a number of those. I think it's 2. I know I've seen at least 2, but yeah. So he's done a couple as well.
No, I love his voice. He's got a voice. See, I don't think I have the voice for it, but they wanted me to do this. But if they like it, I'll do it because I want to make them happy. But Samuel Jackson, he definitely has the voice for it for sure. Thank you, Mrs. Cassandra. That's a nice compliment, but I'm too shy to put that up on the stream, but I appreciate it. Because it's really hard to sound intelligent when you're reading about spanking monkeys, swinging, and shaved beavers. Yeah, but I'm glad it's coming through, which I can't believe it is, and that's just making me laugh like really hard.
John just said Morgan Freeman has a great narrative voice as well, and he really does.
He does. Mm-hmm. And the other one, oh my gosh, he's older. Earl. Oh, John, help me! I know you're going to know who I think of it.
Earl Ray Jones.
I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar. But he was older. He's a little more heavy set. He's got a deep voice, a really deep voice. Oh, he's got a great narrative voice too. But then again, I also am I like weird too. So I could dig it if Christopher Walken read these books. And I would just picture the pants dance the whole time when Fatboy Slim did that video. Never mind. Anyway, but Darth Vader? No, not him. James Earl Jones. That's it, Maria. That's it, right? Yeah. That's who you meant to? Like, we're thinking of the same person. Okay. Yeah. That's it. His voice. Absolutely. Thank you,
so
Maria, John, everybody.
Yeah, he voice acted for Darth Vader. And he also... Well, he's the father of. He's the king in Coming to America.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly, with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Oh, that's a classic. Well, it's like nope. They all knew who it was. And Mufasa from The Lion King. You're right, Mrs. Cassandra. Oh, I loved those. And I was,
He's actually got a YouTube video of him reading the Bible as well.
you're not going to get me to listen to that one. I've been through the Bible. It's like I tell you a story about that sometime, Peter. But no, I like him, but I don't know if I could do it. Does he read it like seriously?
I
Or is
don't
it like,
know. I'd have to listen to it. I haven't.
I think it's something you should do in a group. You should do it in a group.
Well, actually, that's something we could pass on to Chris, isn't it?
Yeah, let's tell him. Yeah, that was something. We'll have a watch party and with commentary. That'd be interesting. I don't know. We'll pass that on to him. We'll see. He's always looking for ideas. That'd be good. You think he would work on Six Pack? It'd be too long.
Possibly.
Might have to make like a separate.
I don't think the video is very long. I don't think he reads the whole Bible. It's only like a minute long or something.
Oh, it's only a minute. God, I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, zip. You see, this is why the zipper was on the thumbnail for today. This is why, because I have too much to say about too many things right now, and I need to save it for the next episode. So, Peter.
Yes.
Yeah, you did some interesting memes this week about Kyle and all of that, but I didn't make a. I didn't get to talk to you. One of these days, I'm gonna put a presentation of your memes up there because they're pretty good.
Well, they're out there. I have this attitude: once they've been made and they've been released into the wild, where they go after that is up to them. It's
So you feel like Puddle about that. They're free for anybody on the internet. Then after that, right? But
I have this philosophy where I put them together so that other people can enjoy the joyfulness of my twisted mind.
Penis.
Exactly.
That's your twisted mind. Exactly. Penis.
Penis.
I'm sorry, but after. I've been meaning to say this for a few days.
Penis. You've been meaning to say
No. Watching the backlash from a certain thing that was watched on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it was. Seeing someone doing something completely stupid,
inappropriate,
and see all these people fucking backflipping on it now after nearly 3 fucking years.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Dickheads.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. That's a statement right there. There you go. That's Stavros' statement on the whole thing. Good. Try to quote that. Just try. I dare you. Just try.
Yeah,
no,
yeah. I mentioned no names.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
We all know who he is. And yes, John, Kyle, they're talking about Kyle Curtis, and he is in a lawsuit with Steve McRae over the Non Sequitur show. And but what came out this week was really not related to the NSS lawsuit at all.
But
not at all.
It's getting even harder.
The thing is in all reality, at some stage, Kyle was going to have this interaction with the officers. He was going to be taken before the judge at some stage. It was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. It's a matter of time.
And the simple fact that he literally put his foot in it, he instigated this whole situation that he now is having a holiday in the concrete hotel.
Basically, it's like, you're going to get caught and then you go drink driving with unregistered plates, right?
Right.
You got caught.
He did. And it's a different situation, but it does, at least now he's got no choice but to show up because, this guy.
Here's the funny thing, right? So over the last 10 years or so, the major conspiracies are, there's CCT everywhere. They're watching your every move. They do.
Well, in some countries they do, like in England, on all exterior, public areas.
Most hotels in the US have CCTV. Most apartment blocks have CCTV.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you rent or you purchase in that building, it tells you all the common areas for safety reasons or for whatever are being filmed all the time. And security, when you go into public buildings now, security is allowed. Employers are allowed to film you when it's saying, but it's usually listed. In the United States, it's not as prevalent as other countries. I would be comfortable. I had a conversation with someone about this a little while back, and we had an in-depth conversation on privacy and the use of CCTV and everything. And I think I'd be fine in England, knowing that I was being filmed when I was outside of my house. As long as they're not filming what I'm doing inside my house, I think I'd be okay, because it helps them do their jobs. It helps police and makes people accountable.
Let's be honest here.
You know,
Let's be honest here, though, Claire. You know, in all honesty, CCTV cameras really only affect people that are doing the wrong thing. You know, so if you're doing the right thing, if you're following the letter of the law, if you're behaving, so to speak, those cameras aren't going to do anything to you. You know, you're just going to be ignored as another one of the people that turned up in that particular screen at that particular time. But in all reality, they're there protecting you from the other untoward individuals.
The miscreants. But my paranoia in my book, right? They say these things are going to do these things that do the things with the things to me. Yeah, quite that, motherfucker.
No, and you know, this thing, and not only that is that, you know, there are like civil liberties organizations that are saying we shouldn't have it here, and it gets shut down a lot here for that. But I don't really think it violates any personal rights if it's the good of the whole. It makes a better. You have to do some of that for society. It's kind of like the First Amendment, you know, free speech, right? Everybody's entitled to free speech. Okay, we all kind of agree on that, right?
But
like,
you're entitled to criticism too.
Right. And or like if you're actually purposely trying to hurt somebody with it, then, you know, that's not right either. So there has to be some kind of how you do it, why you do it. You know, you're entitled to your voice and your opinion, but, you know, but right. Yeah, I'm all about the but today. Definitely. Because I don't want it to appear that, you know, anybody can say anything and whenever they want. If you're going to cause harm to do it, like when, all right, I'm an American, and it was horrible to see my president, my ex-president, get up there and give misinformation about therapies and treatments for COVID prevention. It was absolute. That's causing harm. I'm sorry. That's not free speech. I mean, he could think it. He could want to say it, but you don't go up there as somebody who has a voice and that much influence and do that much damage. That was just abhorrent to me. Like, that's where I think that the First Amendment fails us, because there's no accountability for it.
Yeah.
You know?
So I like to say it like this: free speech does not mean you're free from the ramifications of what you've said. So you can say whatever you want, you can believe whatever you want. However, whatever you say, you have to be prepared to deal with the ramifications of whatever you say.
That's true. And a lot of people don't want to do that, especially on YouTube. Oh my God, like that's insane. The hypocrisy is crazy.
I'll address what John said right there. The thing is, comparing China to how we are in the Western world, unfortunately, is a fucking misnomer. I'm sorry, but yes, China did implement something that goes against basic human rights, in my opinion. But you can't compare them to the US or Australia. They're completely different cultures.
Right.
Completely different.
Yeah, it is. But what his point is that the monitoring system, like we had this conversation on our Black Mirror episode when we did Nosedive, right, John? And it was about a monitoring system, you know, that everybody's place in society, the job you held, the apartment you can get, how well you were liked, you know, was all based on the score. And I think they have this going on like in certain parts of it, but I don't, you know, they've been using it. They say it's so the government can manage the needs of the people.
Yeah,
But they
that's
are
bullshit.
very, I know, but they're a very restrictive culture anyway. I think.
Yeah, but do you know that we actually do it on a micro level in our countries?
How?
It has to do with your driving licenses.
Okay.
Okay, so think about this. They know when your car is or isn't registered, right?
Mm-hmm.
They know whether or not you do or do not have insurance on it. They do know whether your license is expired or not, or whether you're on a restricted license or disqualified from driving. And that goes against you when it comes to certain capabilities of getting jobs and being able to get housing and stuff like that. It's stuff that you do in your motor vehicle can actually affect the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Is that not like a micro personal credit? If you're known as a bad driver, always having accidents or always being drunk or under the influence, getting your license taken away stops your capability of going to jobs at further distances and things like that. I find that as a personal barrier. Yeah,
it is. It is, but it's not one that can be applied uniformly to all people, because there are people who don't drive. There are people that live in cities with mass commute, and it wouldn't affect them. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
but that's why I said it was a micro.
Yeah, it's
thing.
a micro for sure.
Yeah, because it's on particular circumstance.
Well, we could take that even farther. When you go to get insurance here in the United States, they take all of that into consideration for how much you pay, including your age, your race, your sex, your credit rating, your driving history, the city that you live in, how far your job is, and they make this big score, and that's how they give you your rate for how you're going. You get judged by everything, everything about your life now. And it's like a whole bunch of numbers that goes out, because I actually had somebody break that out for me once, like how they figured out why my insurance would be so much higher than, say, my partner's. And yet we're about the same age and don't have any points on our licenses. And, or we live in the same city. Like, why would it be different? And so we were going through the characters and trying to be like, And
is that not a form of personal actual incredulity on how you pay rates?
It is. It definitely, and I see that, but there has to be something like that. I mean, there's always going to be something like that in order to have
a social status too.
Well, we can't, there's caste systems in all varieties, no matter what. It's just the way it is. That is going to be the one thing. Even if you go and you watch all even sci-fi or anything like that, there's always a caste system, there's always a hierarchy, there's always some type of oppressive system that is people are going to be fighting against. Because here's the thing: you need organization and you need some type of system just for society to operate in a good for the majority and not for the one type basis, which is supposed to be our goal, right? To all get along and do good, like take care of each other.
And here's where I think people are not taking in consideration how China's trying to do this. They've got 1.6 billion people, right?
Right.
America's only got 320 something million. Right. You've got less than a tenth. A tenth of what they've got to deal with. And China's a smaller country than the United States. Think about that, right?
Yeah, right.
10 times the population in a smaller area, and you've got to try and organize them to do things cohesively.
Well, that's it. They have to have control to be able to do it. And they also, you understand, like you can understand it, but you definitely wouldn't want to live it, right? Like I can understand why it's that way, but I definitely wouldn't want to live it after being raised here in my country and having the freedoms that I have, I don't know if I could abide by it. But I do understand why, with that many people in that confined an area, with a government that's, has the resources they have, has the needs that they have, you can see why they did things a certain way. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It's not going to be something I want to do, but you can see the need for it when there's that many people involved.
Welcome to the madness.
Yeah, well, it's the world we live in, right? And what I love is that we could talk about all the different countries like this because, I am friends now with people all over YouTube that are from different countries and have different perspectives on that. It's a little bit different everywhere. I can't, I look over at the UK and admire their gun policies, their CCTV and things like that. But then I have to admit that that's never going to happen here without a big fight in America, because we fought against that just to become a country from UK, that we wanted to do whatever we wanted to do and have certain rights. And
I still think the US, instead of embracing democracy properly, embraced having guns more.
That's probably true. That Second Amendment is a thorn in my side. I don't think that
you can get rid of it. God damn it!
No.
It's an amendment.
No. I know, but that's like you're talking to an American here who has definitely leans to the left a little bit, and I have a lot of common sense when it comes to my political views. Let me just tell you how impossible that is to do in our country. That is not that you cannot do that. The only thing I would push forward, that I wish there was more common sense. Like, I agree, no one needs an AK-47 walking the streets of any town in the United States. I'm sorry, come for me, people. I don't care. Nobody needs that. You don't need it. You don't
Can I
need
just
it.
interject there?
Mm-hmm.
Sense is not common.
Oh, you bastard! You bastard!
All right, and that's it in a nutshell. There is no such thing as common sense. So
this is true. It's a bad American saying, isn't it? Common sense, because it doesn't exist.
The implications basically say that it's available to everyone, and unfortunately, a good portion of not just it's a world issue. This that common sense is not common.
No, it's not.
I made an argument in Gems earlier, and this is something I saw on the interwebs today. So, if the New World Order, right, is trying to kill off all the people through the vaccine, which is going to be like the global population with this vaccine, right? All the people that say, yes, I'll do what you tell me. I'm going to do the thing you want me to do. If they kill them off and leave all the people that say, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, how is that a new world order?
No, it's a new world disorder, right? It's like it's the zombie apocalypse is what it is.
I get it. That's where that conspiracy is completely screwed. That these vaccines, I know you're probably going to get in trouble now.
Why would I get in trouble? I'm not monetized. And have you seen the content on this channel? No, don't worry.
Yeah. But still, don't worry about it. It's that these nut jobs going around, oh, you're going to get the vaccine, you're going to die from it, you're going to die. Oh, you sheeple are going to die. But that's what the New World Order wants. They want us to be sheeple. They want us to do what they want us to do. Do you not understand? You guys are the ones.
Ask Mr. Rogan how good it is not getting vaccinated.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They've attacked him something chronic, haven't they?
Yeah, no, that's... And look, I'm a firm believer in what they're talking about it in chat, and something that I quite agree with. I support people's decision not to have the vaccine if they choose to. However, if they choose to have that, if they choose to implement not having the vaccine, they have to be prepared to live with the implementations and the consequences of that decision. Now, here in Australia, one of the things that's been implemented is that if you don't have both vaccines, you can't go to public events. Now, I fully support that, because what they've done is a very clever, and it's not really underhanded, but it's very clever. they've turned around and said, you can have, if you have the vaccine, all you have to do is show the card saying that you've been fully vaxxed. However, if you want to go to said, I don't know, concert or whatever, you need to go and have a test 24 hours prior to that said concert and show a free from COVID test. I think it's 24 or 48 hours before the concert.
So you've got to have a card either way.
So if you think about the implications of that, these tests aren't going to be free forever, which means these people that don't get vaccinated, while the vaccine's free for everyone, in the future, they're going to have to pay for these. I'm free from COVID test.
Yes, John.
They are giving them an option. They can go both ways. They can either have the vaccine or have these tests. I know which I'd prefer.
I'd rather not have something shoved up my nose to tell me whether or not I have something I know I don't have.
Every time
every
time I want to go to the pub on a weekend, have to have a test.
And that's
you have to have the test on Wednesday to be able to go Friday night.
And that's not a perfect scenario anyway, because you could go and get that test and you could still, just because you're not showing anything, you could, or a false negative, you could still be exposing people, before and after, because it takes 3 to 7 days or something like that from exposure to show symptoms. And maybe the nose swab has been failing in the very first days of COVID, from the surveys that I read. So, it's not really safe just to say, okay, if you get tested and it says negative, that you're fine and you can go someplace. It's not true. It's just not true. It can't be true. You're just not having any symptoms. Okay. And here our problem here in America is that every state gets to do it differently. In my state, when the kids are going back to school, they have to be vaccinated or in the process of vaccination, the ones that are old enough. They've got mask policies. They've got staff policies of vaccination. They prefer all of the staff and the aides all be vaccinated, dealing with the children, because Delta is very dangerous for the children. And in our country, you can't be vaccinated unless you're over 12. So it's different in every state. There are other states that actually just said that the school system can't mandate wearing masks. And a superintendent got fired on the spot because he demanded his staff be wearing masks indoor.
Oh, that was in Ohio.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like they're trying to protect people, and he lost his job because some Republican wants to go on the party line that you don't need the mask. But here's the thing. I'm fully vaccinated, but if I go indoors where there's a lot of people, I'm still wearing my mask because the CDC has said that's the safest thing to do. And I don't want to infect anybody else. There's still children and elderly that cannot get the vaccine, or people with compromised immune systems. And, people are still dying. The numbers are still there. I mean, people that are getting infected with the variant are still coming out of it.
Really sick as well. Yeah.
And but the long-term COVID effects. Yeah.
Here's the funny thing, Claire. Where Peter is, they've got numbers increasing day by day. In New South Wales, the state above him, they're increasing even faster and worse. In my state, we had a lockdown about 4 weeks ago, right? We stopped the transmission happening. We've only had 2 cases. One was brought in and the other was found from somewhere else. And we are still wearing masks.
One was sent out to our state and started one of the epidemics in our state. Thank you very much, mate.
Yes, but we also had to bring someone from Broken Hill into our state because they couldn't take them in the hospital up there. So it's like we're playing. We'll take one from New South Wales if we can give one to Victoria, right?
But
unfortunately, hang on. Unfortunately, Victorians aren't as smart as South Australians because we send them over and then we shut the border.
The fact of the matter here is, and when it all comes down to it, all said and done, the state that I'm in is in a really unfortunate situation, as it is one of the hubs to the area. And as much as although South Australia has got its own port and all of that type of stuff, there's so much stuff that goes backwards and forwards from South Australia. There's so much stuff that goes backwards and forwards to New South Wales. So we are caught in between, the
rock and a hard place.
Rock and a hard place. When the first variant went through of COVID, we dealt with that quite well.
It hit you harder than the rest of the country.
Well, yeah, it was bad here. However, we still had the least amount of deaths. We still had overall the most recoveries in comparison to the rest of Australia. So it was dealt with really quickly and quite firmly. Now, New South Wales, they put off being closing down, and essentially what they did was allow the virus to manifest throughout the whole state before they shut down.
Yeah, it got stronger too.
Yeah, which and it was the Delta variant, which then allowed it to spread throughout Australia again. So they were the ones that started it in Australia the first time. They were the ones that allowed it to get off the
boat.
Off the boat that came into the harbour. These people that were sick, they didn't stop.
Here was the worst thing. That boat had a yellow fucking flag on it.
Yeah.
And they still let it in the harbour. Like, what the hell? And if you go back, hang on, here's the funny thing. If you go back in Victorian history, I think it's around the 1840s, the Glen Huntly, which came into Williamstown port there, it had a yellow flag. They then sent it to St Kilda in Victoria, which didn't have a settlement there at the time, and they built 2 camps, one for the infected and one for the non-infected. 2 months that lasted for. If you go back to 1919, there are news articles of letters coming from San Francisco and that talking about the Spanish flu. And it states there are people that do not wish to do what the smart people in the schools and the science places say, but are listening to the man on the street. Right? What happened 100 years ago is happening exactly the same now, just with more people. It's weird.
Yep. No, that's it. It gets frustrating. These same you guys have probably seen on Twitter and on the internet from news feeds that here in America, some of our newscasters who were more on the what we would say right-wing radio stations, some very strong conservatives against that
Fox News.
And there are many of them coming down with COVID and dying, and they are saying they like. Right, like the week before, saying COVID doesn't exist, that it's a conspiracy, that the government put it out there, the Democrats put it out there to ruin the election or whatever. But it's really, it's a shame because then now they're saying, after they die, oh no, but that's not it. They killed him and made it look like COVID to ruin his reputation. Like they'll go that far instead of just going instead of just changing like. Here's the thing. You have to evolve. Like when there is evidence and facts swirling all around you, like you do have to pay attention and you really should look at it a little bit. I'm not saying you have to go all the way and change your opinion to the other side, but how about absorbing some of that information? Like you can't just close yourself off and stick your feet in the sand and say, I'm not moving, not an inch from this from this position. That's not growth. That's not intelligent discourse or any type of what I would call expanded thinking, or I was going to say critical thinking. It doesn't even have to be critical thinking. It's not even like thinking in general.
It's layman thinking.
It's just like closing yourself off completely, because they'll actually twist it and say that's a conspiracy that he died, instead of, and he has, how are they going to do that? But here in my country, they actually were going against what the CDC and what the professionals were saying, what the experts were saying. Okay. And that's scary. When you
how dare you? How dare you be an expert? My 5 minutes of internet information and YouTube University totally trump your 10 years at school.
But there were so many more deaths because of it. because there were risks taken that didn't have to be taken. Things took longer than they needed to take to do things. We, in this country, we had a whole system in place to deal with something like this that was dismantled by that party as soon as they got in before COVID hit. And to me, that is the most horrifying part of it, that, you know, if we make a plan to deal with the pandemic, then we had information. I mean, there were rumors about this pandemic coming for a while, like, because they're watching the strain change. Scientists were watching it get stronger. Okay, it didn't just, people act like it just dropped out of the air all of a sudden with nothing, but that's not true. It can't grow that way.
Delta, they were watching it. Yeah,
Right.
they watched the Delta mutate, like
But
right before their eyes. Yeah.
Right. Coronavirus itself is an old virus. It's been around for a long time. This COVID-19, which is the coronavirus 19, is different. Okay. It's a mutated version of, right. Because you can pick up a can of Lysol here in the United States and you could see that it kills coronavirus. Now, that has been on that can for years because the type of virus that it comes from is
the common cold.
Right. Okay. So, yeah. So, like, it's like you can have a little bit of knowledge, but they twisted that to say that COVID-19 wasn't real because Lysol kills it. And I'm like, you're just not listening to the rest of the story. When you close yourself off like that, you just look like an idiot. Like, if you're not open to information, you look like a fool, no matter if you have a PhD or you're a big
Republican.
politician.
You were going to say Republican.
No, I really try not to say those dirty words on a regular basis. I would rather say, you know, other words than that word on a regular basis because I don't want to get on a soapbox about it. I do have strong opinions, as you can tell, about that party, but that doesn't mean that other people...
Get a box of apple cider.
But
then it's not a soapbox. It's an apple cider box.
No, it could be, but, you know, I don't know. I don't.
Oh, you rubbed your hands together. You're happy.
No, that was me.
No, that was Peter. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Is that lotion on the skin, or does it need the hose again?
It needs the hose again.
Oh, good. Now on that one, I'm going to Memeville before we have to end this today, guys.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's been on Twitter, but our friend Puddle. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I'm hoping that he is. Yep. I can see him now because I just added him. But he was very prolific this week. There was a lot going on Twitter, and Puddle likes to make statements with memes the way you do, Peter. But his subjects were quite varied this week, and he gave me a lot to work with.
An asshole for a face?
I had trouble for that once.
Wait
I know.
Wait, Davros, you thought that was an asshole? Oh, dude, really? Okay. Oh, I'm sending that to Chris. I'm gonna clip that. No,
hey, don't you look at me with that fact face.
Oh, I'm definitely sending that to Chris. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Here we go.
Nice.
All right. I hope I did you proud, Puddle. Here
the
we
week
go.
of Puddle. Oh. Oh, we've got pictures.
Yes, we do. Okay, you ready, guys? Here we go. I did see the ass face, John, on that. All right, so you may not know Davros, but this is a YouTuber that some of us are familiar with. And of course, Steve, you're famous because it's always your fault. She did dox her own Twitter account live on YouTube under a jail name.
I know her.
Okay, so he did this one. That was how he started the date. The week started on August 28th, the date of my last Mayhem. So we're going to go through. And then there are some friends, and I'm famous here too.
Not
yes,
JJ.
Oh, yes, JJ and Julie and Waxy and me, we're all under the bus. But I get to claim as the first victim under the bus, thank you very much, of the Charlotte bus. I was the first victim under the Charlotte bus. And now I have lots of company. It's a crowded undercarriage, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
this is my favorite. Oh, good job, Puddle. This is one of my favorites. This is very, yes. I love this one. didn't even really need the words because we feel you, Puddle. We feel this.
I like the Jesus Satan motif there. It's quite good.
I'm sure Puddle had fun doing that one. Yeah, I'm sure. Kind of being a little ironic there with that one. And I'm sorry if anyone in the chat doesn't know the characters in the memes, but this is definitely all over Twitter these days. This whole thing.
It's not hard to find, that's for sure.
It's not hard to find. You can't go anywhere on Twitter without running into this.
Oh, floundering without evidence. Flip-flopping all over the place. That's beautiful.
Brilliant. That's one of my favorites. I hope
are they Javianas or what?
I don't. Did you guys hear the sound as well with that? Because I'm hoping it went through very well. Did you hear sound on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Clapping fish. Yes.
Yes. Nope.
Ah!
I was saying that under my breath all day, all that day.
I want to read this out.
Yeah, I want to read
this out. It wasn't an assault, officer, just an unsatisfactory business transaction. You're fucking nicked.
You're fucking nicked. I wanted Peter to play that part because I hear it in Peter's voice all the time when it was like, you're fucking nicked.
Can I just point out, though, now this guy is the, how vain is he? Every single non-sec is always so absolutely pristine. Every single hair follicle is exactly where it should be. You can't half tell that he's been dragged straight from the pool for that, can you? No product in that hair, my friend.
He's got chlorine hair. Hair. It's not bleach, it's chlorine.
Totally. Oh, all right. If you read Kyle Davros, but let Peter read. Peter, could you be the cop for Davros?
So what? Nate the liar advised me that the services was improper.
You have outstanding warrants.
Fuck!
I like the improv because he probably I could actually I could hear that. I'm sure Puddle doesn't mind our creative license with this at all. Okay. Okay. Oh, can I be the judge? Can I be the judge on this one, Peter? Do you mind?
Oh, it's your show.
Oh, thank you. It is actually okay. They're good. You go ahead, Davros. You be Kyle. You're a good Kyle. Go ahead. That's not an insult. I meant you say you're good. Go ahead.
Nate, Uni Rock, Agrippa, and twins.
Is there anyone who can attest to your good character?
No.
Davros? Yeah, just think about it. Did you go through like everybody in your phone book?
The only way you could have fixed that or made it even, shall we say, just a little bit funnier, if you change that no to mum.
Mum.
Puddle will be doing that right now.
yeah, Puddle, we get a rewrite on that one. It'll be good. Mom. Yeah, it's going to be okay. Mom.
I am not a flight risk, Your Honor.
Bond said it 100 million. And there you go. That's it. I let it go, Puddle. These are brilliant. I love these. I love these so much. There you go. Oh, wait, Peter, you get to be Uni, okay? My show.
You know what I mean?
Uni, the bond is 100 million Red Bulls.
Yeah, no problem. I'll pimp your GoFundMe.
PayPal me vape juice. Yeah.
PayPal me. Oh God.
Oh, puddle. Oh.
That was that I slipped my finger. I was laughing so hard that oh my god.
No, but seeing her sitting there with this old woman cardigan and a towel wrapped around her waist, it's like, seriously, are you that obsessed with being online?
It was good, so good. I'm crying, Puddle. I'm got tears coming down my face. Okay, I love these. These are welcome Jesus back to the show. Okay, who wants to be Jesus? Davros, you want to be Jesus?
I'll be Jesus.
All right, first let me go. I'm going to be JJ. All right. Don't come for me, people. I'll do the best I can. It's not easy to be JJ. It's not easy at all. Okay, I'm lying for Jesus. I am lying for Charlotte. I am lying for the moral high ground.
That is really not how this shit works, my darling.
My darling. Oh God. Oh, because that shall not bear false witness. It's in the commandments, JJ. You need a review. Huh? You need a review. All right. Hey, Peter, do you want to be PJ? Because I just can't. I don't know. Davros, you be PJ, and I'm gonna let Peter be the devil.
All right.
Go ahead, you be PJ.
I want to be popular. I want to have clout. I want to be monetized. I want to have 1,000 subs.
So $5 or 100 subs is all going to rate for souls these days.
Oh, good voice, Peter. Good voice. Thou shalt not covet. That's also in the commandments. I think they need a review. I love Christians just not being Christian. It's very amusing. Okay. There's so much to read here.
It really does speak for itself, though, doesn't it?
Okay, I'll be let them read it because I can't be Katie Joy, and you guys could be the guys, but I have to read Katie Joy. I don't know if I could get it. Oh wait, but it's funny. I'll do this one. All right, Davros, you could be Todd, and Kyle. Peter, you're gonna be Kyle. Okay, all right. So. I think Katie Joy's part goes first, actually, in this. I think,
the reply at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. So, I want to have 2 husbands. My current husband and a gay husband. Non-sec, will you marry me? You could still screw around. I won't get mad.
Just call me Kirk.
Haas, I know you can't handle my lamb.
Yes. Thanks for the whole path. I want Bubba.
Of course you do. Because, Puddle, you know what this one reminded me of? You remember we were on a thread with I'm fucking raking and we did the bearded clam and we almost got kicked off Twitter. I remember that. Oh, that's what this one reminded me of for sure. That was good. Yeah, we did. I posted an actual bearded clam and they didn't think it was funny. Oh, this is good. Who can sing this song? I have a terrible singing voice, but this is an Eagles song. Do anybody know the Eagles?
Apparently, Red's Rhetoric has a very lovely singing voice.
Oh, it's a shame he's not here. He could probably do this justice. I don't know. But anyway.
You can't hide your lying eyes. And your smile is a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes.
Very nice, Davros. Thank you, because I couldn't have got through that. But
what a lovely singing voice you've got.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Thank you. I want my second beer.
And What a wonderful meme there, Puddle, because you really nailed it. These eyes, and I was talking to it might have even been you, Peter. Weren't we talking about the eyes from the minute we saw this mugshot? Yeah,
Yep.
it's all gone. The mask is dropped. That's the real Kyle right there. You see? Look at those.
Like me and Claire and myself was talking about how, you know, back in the earlier days of the non-sec, back when, you know, everything was, shall we say, running somewhat smoothly. He had such an inviting smile to his eyes. He was always warm and generous. You know, it gave you that feeling of somewhat confidence in the person that you were listening to. But turn the page to now and it's like, yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Yep. There's definitely been a big change. The things that you find out, I don't know. But that looks like a very hard person there. Those eyes are a little scary for me. I remember watching, like you said, Peter, in the beginning, the GDC and the NSS, and he had magnetism. I tell people he could have sold snow to an Eskimo because he was smooth and he could talk and he had a good personality for this kind of stuff. And I could see why he had a lot of friends and things like that. But then to have the mask drop to the core of the person,
snake oil salesmen always get caught.
Yeah, and repeatedly from what I've seen from the mugshots. And here's another one. Okay. Now this one hits me hard because this person is an educated person. And I'm sorry, they should know better. Okay. They should just know better to not be this ugly inside or outside of any public medium.
I'm sorry, but seeing William H. Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer there, like, that's just like, wow.
Puddle's good because she actually came out and said that everybody by coming out against this video or speaking for the victim or saying anything that Kyle is doing wrong. I'm sorry, he's wrong. Some of the stuff he's doing is absolutely apparent, and I don't care what side you're on. Wrong is wrong. And she says that everybody's using the law courts for their little revenge fantasies. What he did was absolutely horrible. I mean, this man actually falsified evidence. Okay. That's not a revenge fantasy. That's just like justice. I mean, this person has education. This was absolutely offensive to me, but I love the meme because Puddle always uses humor to make a really, really valid point. This one's ugly on the inside. Definitely. But who are these other guys down here? I see Dahmer. I see, Gacy. Oh, the BTK. Oh boy, Ed Gein. Oh, these are crazy killers. But yep, we used it on them too, and it wasn't revenge fantasies for sure. This one just came out today. I had to add it last minute. Katie Joy served a whole bunch through the email and DMs is serving notice to preserve evidence without a court case number, without an actual filed in the court yet. She got her internet lawyer or whoever it is. Oh, actually, what is he? An estate planner attorney to send out all of these lists to demand the preservance of evidence. So Puddle went back to his last year in the beginning, back in 2019, where he was coming out.
The extra evidences?
And he said, in light of Kyle's recent statement, can anyone have a shred of confidence and respect left in this so-called journalist? Because of what Katie Joy was saying. She said, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe your side isn't being truthful. I have no idea. That is what I was told. They met with a lawyer and power of attorney. They went over terms and payment and came to an agreement because she was believing whatever Kyle told her instead of checking. And I thought that somebody with a YouTube channel that says they speak for facts, and at this point she was touting herself to be an investigative reporter type personality. Journalist,
fact checker, maybe.
Oh yes, the fact checker that couldn't recognize a fact and she fell over it and smacked her upside the head. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Can I ask? I need to ask something that's it's really troubling me. Now, by this stage, there are a good number of people that have read these, like Steve just said, possible bulk legal service or bulk amount of documents that have gone out. Has anyone read them? I reckon it was spell checked and corrected by a 12-year-old. Like, no joke. The punctuation is horrible. There's no legalese in it at all, and it's really grammatically it's just wrong.
Speaking of just wrong, something I did a couple of months ago on the old Twitter feeds. I asked a question of a particular unicuck about a particular someone who comes from the Isles of the UK. I never got a response, which means it's an admission of guilt. Because in the question I asked about a particular someone to a certain Unirock TV on Twitter. I said, any response to this, okay, would be an admission of guilt. Right? But I twisted it in a way that by not responding, they're still being guilty. They have not responded to the allegation that was fronted to them.
Well, I think I have something here. Steve is sending me to a website. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking. No, this is good. You're gonna like this, guys. Yeah. But let's finish Puddle's.
Oh, we got one more for Puddle.
Well, no, I think that. What do we? Oh, just my ending. More. But anyway, he was telling people, I'm not saying that people should unsubscribe from Crystal Ball. What I'm saying is that I had to unsubscribe to maintain my integrity as a Puddle. And she said, I demand you preserve the evidence. And Puddle's like, okay. And so we put that back out there for everybody to see. And on that, I would like to say, until we meme again next week, Puddle, right? We're going to do it all again. I know you can't contain yourself because you just,
I'm going to have to come back here next week because you're going to need my ad-libbing to make Puddle funnier than the funniness of Puddle.
Oh, no, there's nothing that makes no, now don't say that because Puddle is pretty much to be funny on his own. I can guarantee that. But you're more than welcome to ad-lib. But, he's... I love his memes. I do, and he's just has a way of making it funny.
Sorry, the Lionel Hutz.
I know. Steve, you're so good. It looks like with this package that you can buy for about $2,000 everything that Katie just did this weekend. With somebody said there was a rumor on the internet that that's her brother-in-law on the letters, the estate attorney. But every Martin Doc order includes a number of fundamental services to get your Martin Doc templates up and running. Oh, so that's why there's all those typos and bad language. Because I actually received a couple of the original format, how it was sent out and everything in the email. A couple of people sent it to me to read, and there was some interesting language in there that I was trying to figure out. And,
I just wonder, does this said, has someone actually contacted the lawyer that's on there yet? I mean, look, his name is being bantered around a fair bit, but has someone actually contacted him and asked that question? Are you aware of this?
Ask Nate. Nate knows everything.
But you know what I mean? It would be horrible if it was the information was to come out that the lawyer's name that's on this document that's been spread around doesn't even know about said document.
Now wait a minute. That's just nobody could be that stupid, right? Come on, really?
Oh,
really?
Read the disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
What?
Steve said read the disclaimer.
Okay, wait a minute. Where is okay, hold on. Where's the disclaimer?
Be down.
The software can... I'm going.
Oh, no, not that.
Silly disclaimers. I am an attorney. but I am not your attorney. By converting your forms to templates, I am not endorsing them as being appropriate for their intended purpose, agreeing that they are complete or otherwise guaranteeing their results when you use them. You are responsible for the content of your forms, and you are responsible for proofreading them when they have been converted to templates to ensure that they are complete and accurate. Prices are good only on the day of purchase, as listed on the website. If there is a discrepancy between any advertising materials in the website controls. Holy shit! So that's why it's all messed up with the proofreading, because God knows they don't proofread. So they're not. I like that. Wait, I got to read that again. This is very good. I am an attorney, but I am not your attorney. By converting your forms to templates, I am not endorsing them as being appropriate for their intended purpose. Woo! Great find. This is very interesting. Wow. I don't know.
There is another internet lawyer that uses that exact line all of the time.
Wait,
now I know.
A lawyer? Wait, a lawyer or a liar? Who are you talking about?
Yes.
No, that one. Okay, now
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. All right, like we cleared that up. Okay. Yeah, they can come for me.
This
It
has
is
been
still
fun.
a preservation. It is because because once you put it out there that you're looking at it or you're looking for stuff, it will come up again. I agree that, Steve. It's not necessarily legal, but preemptive. And that does hold up in certain cases. I doubt it's going to go anywhere. To me, it just seems like, in my humble opinion, as a naked bear on a Saturday night, well, actually Sunday morning, I do believe that it's a scare tactic to get everybody to stop talking about her lawsuits that are happening and to try to pull back some of the support that other people that are suing are getting, because she knows there's a lot of shit out there, and it's intimidation tactic that nobody wants to get involved in a lawsuit. So what do? You put a bunch of paper out there that says you're all going to be involved in a lawsuit. And you know what? Some people are just like not worried about it.
So
I didn't get one. Did you get one, Peter? I didn't get one. Did you?
I'll try to get one. Obviously, I don't stir her up enough, but I'll try from now on.
Can we sulk together? I mean, I got named in an Instagram tweet maybe like 6 weeks ago, and that's all I ever got in 3 years. In 3 fucking years, that's all I ever got.
See, I don't even get my name brought up by that side of the Katie problem. It's her old husband that brings me up occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that she had the falling out with.
Right. Which one? Like when you say the one she had the falling out with, my mind is filled with at least 75 people. Like
I was going to say that doesn't limit it much, does it? So
no.
Jason's the only one that has problems with me. But
Speaking of which, the amount of screenshots I've sent to Teddy Westbrook about the shit Unirock's been doing, she's not happy with me.
Why are you harassing Teddy Westbrook, Davros?
Because about every 3 or 4 weeks, Unirock makes one stream where he tries to drum up the Katie Joy Teddy Westbrook thing again. Without fail. And every time he does it, I see the notification, I screenshot it and then just send it directly to her.
Well, I know. I just feel for her because I know the last thing she wants to do is have anything more to do with that woman, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but they settled. Why is he still trying to drag it up?
A bigger fish, because wait, why is Uni? You're asking us why Uni would drag something up?
I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'll give you the 5 top the 5 top reasons why Uni would drag anything up. Ready? You ready? No content, no content, no content, no content, and no fucking content. There you go.
Oh, I can give you reason number 6.
Go ahead.
Vape juice.
No, I can't even blame it on the vape juice because he was like that before he even started vaping. So I don't know. It's just ridiculous. They bring it up like it's some kind of hot news, and they're gonna talk 8 hours about it in a circle all the way around, circle jerk the whole thing for like 8 hours. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually had to warn Tipster about promoting Unirock for the Teddy Westbrook, Katie Joy Polson thing. He has not spoken about it again.
It's not, no.
Nope.
Well,
yeah, and it wasn't just me. Numerous people in the comments were saying, "Don't bring him up. Don't give him any credit. Don't stop it. No."
John wants to know if we think that Nate's pants are on fire now. They should be, right? Liar, pants on fire.
What was the super chat I sent to Chesh the other day? Oh, the only bar Nate has is a chocolate bar.
And that's only half a bar.
No. And that's only half a bar, right? So I have to share that with everybody else. Oh, we should let Tips. He's not afraid to be wrong.
No,
I don't know.
It's not.
No,
I
don't. No,
the difference there. Can I just say this right? Mm-hmm. If Tipster makes a mistake, he corrects himself on his on his stream live in front of everyone. Yeah, I fucked up, and yeah, this is how it is. He's not scared to correct himself.
Right, because he's human, and he says it all the time, and people do shit, and that's what he expects everybody else to do too. Wherever you said it, wherever you did it, correct it the same way, and I kind of agree with that. That's how it should be done. Because we're all going to make mistakes.
It's weird. Tim Pool does it. Review Tech USA does it. Louder with Crowded does it. He'll actually apologize if he's made an actual fuck up. Keemstar won't, but here's someone who apologizes and double down on it. If you've heard of the quartering, watch him. Right? No. Watch him. At the start.
I'd rather not.
No, but here's the funny thing. This is what he keeps getting called out on, and it's fucking funny. He'll apologize at the start, and then he fucks it at the end. I think it's beautiful. And the day I watched him, the way I watched him on Tim Pool's, he was taking cues from the rest of the people in the room to talk.
Well,
he wasn't confident enough to give his opinion on especially political views. It was quite funny.
I just can't. I think I did something with Chesh somewhere about that watching. I just can't. I can't wrap my mouth. And you're right, John. He does go hard for Gabby Hanna. And we all think that that's an issue there. But if he has an issue to protect her, like that's where he stands on it. And until he's proven wrong about it, I guess, that is his opinion.
And it's,
on how she's getting. And he's allowed to have it too, because he just feels she's getting too, people are coming down too hard on her. I don't think he thinks what she does is right. Like there's a difference. But I think he just thinks that she's getting dogpiled in a way. And in a way, it's true. She is. But it's because a lot of people think the same, that she's got a shitty attitude. And she does. The quartering reminds me of Katie Joy. You're not wrong. I feel that. Actually. But I don't know. Gentlemen, it's been nice hanging out with you guys naked, but I'm kind of getting tired, and I promised John I wasn't going to go 3 hours.
That's right. No 3 hours today. Promise.
No 3 hours. I'm going to let my mods have a break and go, and I really appreciate you both hanging out when we had Megan had problems with her internet, and Jen was a little busy, so it was really nice that you guys stayed and hung out with me and had a little bit of fun. On that, Davros, I hope you come back again. I'll be careful where I put that link, though. But it was fun having you here. I know you're muted. I hope you could still hear me at least, but it was definitely a good time. I had a good time. I hope the chat had a good time and we didn't bore you too much. Thank you, Steve, for that wonderful piece of information. You showed me some there to help end the stream. I hope everybody had a good time, enjoyed the presentations that actually worked. I'm so proud. Bear is proud. Naked Bear is proud that the damn presentations worked this week. Nothing got stuck. It actually played, and there was sound. That's like the trifecta. I'm feeling proud. I'm
It
feeling
all
much
worked
better.
perfectly.
Yeah, it did. It did. I'm getting there. See that? I can improve a little bit at a time, but I'm very pleased with that because that's very frustrating. Last week I had a whole presentation, the whole middle of it disappeared. It just vanished. I don't know what happened, but on that, I'm going to put the outro on, and you guys can go and chat for a few minutes with the guest. And thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you guys around next week because there'll be another one next Saturday, amongst other things during the week. The only thing I have scheduled is tomorrow. We have Black Mirror at 9:00 on my channel. We're doing Metalhead, and it was graphic. John, it's a rough one. If you didn't see Metalhead, it's like I asked myself as I'm watching it, oh my God, I thought I liked JC. Like, I like my friend JC. Why did I do this to her? After I watched the first 10 minutes, I'm like, I didn't remember how graphic it was. But it does have a message, and we're going to get through it because I love Black Mirror, the series. And that'll be tomorrow at 9:00. And then, Davros, I've got the grumpy old man here Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's going to be quite early for you because he's going to be here at 7:00 at night for me, which means for you Aussies, you're going to have to get your asses out of bed if you want to see the grump. You know?
Yeah, don't forget, anyone can get up for a grumpy.
I'll be sure to pass that on to him Wednesday. Yeah, and we're going to be doing Am I the Asshole, which yeah, it's a fun. Chris was here. Chris earned his own number. Chris is, besides being Soft Cheese Chris from Belinda for personal reasons, which I love that name, Soft Cheese Chris. Yeah, Soft Cheese Chris. Chris is number 8 always when we vote now because we're trying to get Chris the trend that Chris is always the asshole. Number 8. That's always a choice.
Ooh,
but
okay.
Yeah.
And Hereticals on Wednesday night for the Aussie viewers. We're doing the last episode on Heaven's Gate.
Yep.
That's going to be fun on cults and conspiracies.
And that's in the evening for you, so that's morning for us, right? So
yep.
That's like, yep. And if it's a Wednesday evening for you, that's Tuesday morning for us?
That's correct.
Is it? Yeah, I'm getting very good at it, aren't I, Peter? I can calculate now. I'm getting better. I'm getting a little bit better. And for anybody in the UK, that means it's going to be, let's see, 7, 8,
Wednesday
9,
morning,
10, 11, 12. It'll be noon. Actually, it'll be noon for them on Tuesday.
Wednesday. No, Wednesday.
Tuesday.
It's Wednesday night for us. It's Wednesday morning or Wednesday lunchtime for the UK.
You're right. It'll be noon.
Don't say that too loud. People will tell you off.
Yeah, no,
right.
Don't you get a big head about it, but I'll admit it if I'm wrong and you're right, then I'm going to admit it because I'm a big girl. I can do that.
Oh, you got big girl panties on?
No, actually, Davros, I do not.
Ooh.
She's naked. She's always naked in this stream.
Well, I can't see below the waist.
You can't see anything, but I assure you, from head to toe, and right here on Mayhem every Saturday night, naked as a jaybird, but a bear, just a bear, a naked bear. Yeah, but that's it.
Been fun.
Yes, that's right, John. They are ahead of us, but don't tell them because I hear about it all the time. I do. I do. But that's another thing. And I said I was going to put the outro on, and now I'm going to actually do it. I'm going to keep my word. I'm going to do it. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Davros. Peter, thank you so much. And out we go, people. Bear out. See you guys next week.